Hiya folks, welcome to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today, something slightly different. As the weather's kind of nice, I thought I'd make a quick quiche Lorraine. Now, this was born out of necessity, more or less, as Asda decided to send me the wrong puff pastry. But as it happens, and I'm sure in all of us who gets a delivery from the grocery stores, the supermarkets, it does sometimes come different products. So I thought I'd improvise. So we've got short crust pastry, we've got some smoky bacon, double cream, mixed herbs, salt, pepper, some onion and some garlic. So first thing I'm doing there, I'm getting the pastry on. Now I've got an oven preheated at 160 and we're going to blind bake the pastry for 16 minutes. So first thing we're going to do now, guys, I am not a professional chef. I'm certainly not a pastry chef, as you've probably seen from some of the other pastry videos that I've done. But it's all about just finding your way. And like I said, this is the Single Dad's Cookbook, not professional chef's cookbook. So as you can see there, I'm just manipulating the pastry into the mould that I've got. This was far too big, but it did the job. So we're just feeding it in. Any tears you've got, you just take a little bit and you just repatch it. It's easy enough. It's quite malleable at this point. So you see there, I've got a few tears. I'm just going to repatch these just to make sure that the filling doesn't fall out. While I'm doing that, I want to take this opportunity to say thanks very much for everybody who's subscribing, everybody who's watching. If this is the first video you've watched of me and you've not subscribed, if you fancy it, hit the subscribe button. Costs you nothing. So as you can see here now, we're going to blind bake this. So as this was sort of off the cuff, I don't have any baking weights or anything like that. So I've got some aluminium foil, tin foil, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm just putting the shiny side down into the base. And with this, because I've got no weights, I'm just going to use some rice that I've got lying around. I'm just going to weigh that down. Now that's going to go in, like I said, to a preheated oven at 160 degrees, okay, for 16 minutes. Now while that's in the oven, I'm going to slice the bacon up here. So I'm just going to into slices. You can use lardons if you've got them, if you want to do that. I'm using smoked bacon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it all out. Again, this isn't the normal bacon that I normally use, so I know that it's going to probably have quite a bit of water in it, so I'm just going to cook that out. That's in the frying pan, sizzling away. While that's sizzling away, because we are having to watch, we've got to do all this as the pastry is cooking in the oven, okay? So, because you want to keep the heat in the oven at constant. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to thinly slice the onions. So just nice and take your time with this. If you wanted to, you could probably have done all your prep work beforehand, but it was off the cuff, like I said, due to the ingredients that we got delivered. So just going to slice this other one, get all the extra bits off, and then once we've done that, we are going to do a bit of garlic. So we've got them separated, move them over, clean up the board. After you've obviously cut the bacon and stuff, give your board a clean, give your knife a clean, give your hands a clean, all that kind of stuff. Make sure everything's working. Thinly slice your garlic, pop that in there. Now, again, just like the bacon, you want to sort of separate all your onions. Now, the reason you do this is it just makes the cooking process a little bit quicker, and it's all not clumping together, and it's all about speed. So you can see there, bacon's almost done. Pop in your onion and your garlic, and from here you want to add in a little bit of the mixed herbs, because you want that flavouring to penetrate right through. These are just the bog standard mixed herbs: oregano, thyme, parsley, rosemary, etc. It comes in the container. Pretty standard. So that's that they're on the oven getting cooking through. So now we're on to the actual filling itself. So we're going to crack, I've used 4 eggs for this. So we just pop them in there. What we want to do, again, we want to use some of the same mixed herbs seasoning, maybe a tablespoon, and you want maybe half a cup of cheddar cheese, or red Leicester as I've used here. Then you want about 200 mils of, I've used double cream. Again, you can use creme fraiche, you can use milk, so whatever you want to use here. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, quite a lot of pepper I've put in there, and just a little bit of salt. You want the salt in the eggs just so that it does, but remember, if you're using smoky bacon, that is salty. So after 16 minutes, what you want to take your rice and your silver foil out, and then you want to put this back in for another 10 minutes so that you're baking the bottom now. So after your 10 minutes, then we're going to bring that back out. But back onto the filling, you can use a balloon whisk. Again, I prefer a fork. I don't know if it's because it's something I've always used to whisk stuff up. I also find it much easier to clean. So, and you want to get as much air into this as possible. So you want to get that going there. So you can see here, you've got the bacon and onion mix. Then after the extra 10 minutes, you've got your pastry case. Doesn't look that appetizing right now, but wait till you see the final product. Okay, and again, you can make it much fancier than this. You can make individual ones if you wanted to. Really down to you. Okay, so I've got all that in the bottom. Again, you can use it in the mixture so that you've got it all the way through it. It's completely up to you. Give it one more whisk through, get some more air into there, and then what you want to do is you want to pour that in. Just so happens to be absolutely perfect to that. Then we're going to put this, we're also going to get the other half of that cheese that you've grated. Okay, and again, up to you whether you want to do this or not. I always recommend it. A nice bubbly cheese on top's great with a quiche. This is not, the way I've made it is not healthy. Okay, you can make it way, way healthier. Now, in that oven, again, it's been for another 30 minutes. So the filling's cooked, okay, at 160 degrees Celsius. Okay, all I've done there now is I've just trimmed the excess off the top of it. And then you want to leave it for a couple of minutes, just so that it starts to cool down a little bit, so it pulls away. You want to run your knife inside as well, just to make that a little bit easier to come apart. But the moment of truth, you pop that out, lift it up, and there you go. Okay, you can trim the edges, make it look neater, make it look fancier, all that kind of stuff. Completely up to you. Or you can leave it like that, make it look rustic, give people a bit extra pastry. It's down to you guys. But it's beautiful. You can put the knife in the middle just to test it. But I hope you are staying safe. From my family to yours, till the next time, thanks for watching. Signing off.